the original, like when it all first started? Just tell me the idea behind it, because not only in the South but in Miami for sure, they ain't give us no love when it came to hip hop and the music. So just talk about when you and the homeboys, y'all sitting around, like where did it all start at? Where was the idea? Where did it originate? Where did it start?
Man, it all started, and that's a great question because most people don't ask that. Me as a DJ, I was a part of Ghetto Style DJs. We would play exactly. We play at Africa Square Park. We play at the dances and all that. And so I would bring down, I was pretty much one of the first people to bring down hip hop artists from New York to Miami, because there was no such thing as hip hop in the South, period. You know,
nothing.
Nothing. No, I'm the creator.
That's crazy.
Hip hop.
He is.
1985, this year, we're celebrating 40-year anniversary of Southern hip hop right now. So when we started, it's just me bringing these artists down and them telling me their horror stories. I brought down Run DMC, Tila Rock, Jam Master Jay, Divine Sound.
All down to Miami.
I would bring them down to play my parties.
Oh,
you know,
I bet the parties were crazy.
Yeah, the parties was crazy. That's when it was an airline called People's Express. Y'all ever heard of that?
No, People's Express. That sound like Soul Plane.
Yeah. It
sound like that. That sound like Soul Plane.
People's Express.
People's Express.
That's dope.
Wow.
See, your old man probably know about that. You know, the old folks know about that. I mean, it was crazy because People's Express, you would get on the airplane and pay your money at that time.
Oh,
so
damn.
you hop on the plane and then the stewards come around and then they collect the money.
Oh, wow.
So I would put these artists on the plane from New York and all that stuff like that. And when they come down here, obviously they didn't have no money. They would hop on the plane and me and the police standing there at the door and bringing them in like, oh, I got the money right here. Y'all come on perform, because I wasn't about to send them the money. So basically it started from
the money, they wouldn't showed up.
Yeah, and then, you know, Two Live Crew came down from California. At the time, I didn't know they were in the military. You know, in our dances, we would create these dances. We would create, you know, like Ghetto Nasty. The first song we created was Everybody Ghetto Jump, Jump, Jump. So that was really the first hip hop song in the South. And then them dudes, I said, man, do a free show for me. They were like, nah, we're hot now. And I was like, so Throw the D, we were doing that dance and the girls were doing Throw the P. In the dance. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I want to hear the finish of that. So what happened?
So again, you know, Two Live Crew came down and I was like, you know, they were like, man, we want to do some music. I didn't want to do no.
So you're just a DJ, business. Sheer DJ.
I'm just straight DJ. Yeah. I'm doing big parties, making a lot of money, you know, up under the table. And so, you know, I just did the record. We say, look, let's go in the studio and do a record. And I tried to take it around different people. They were like, no, ain't no hip hop in the South. It never happened. And so we just started playing it at the parties.
No hip hop, and that's crazy.
Yeah, they were not having it.
Literally, because you was from the South, that was what you got to play. They don't even want to hear it because it's from the South.
They ain't want to hear. Yeah, I'd send the record to, you know, New York, different record companies. Like, there's no such thing as hip hop in the South. Bamas, y'all country ass. They call us everything in the book. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, I took it personal. I was like, this, I'm gonna put the record out. And then I went to these gangsters, started distributing it myself, put it in the trunk, and go to the flea.
Yes.
Go to the flea.
The flea.
Flea market. Exactly.
Have a t-shirt for the flea.
Hey, so we selling it, and then, you know, all the, you know, Miami, what most people don't know is considered a breakout market. You know, because so many tourists come here. Yeah, and so music is played, and then people take it back to wherever they're from. Yeah. Then the college students from here go to a different city, you know. And they'll be like, play out. You know, they'll be in the party, and then before you know it, just starts spreading like wildfire.
Is that when you started Luke Records, or was that later on?
Yeah, I started Luke Records 85 years ago. Yep. Yeah, not 85 years, 40. In 1985.
1985.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's how it started.
Yeah, that's how I started with that one record. In order for me to get paid for that record, they told me, oh, you know, young fella, you got to do another record. I'm like, what the fuck? I was thinking I'm just going to do this and get my money and be out of there.
You spending all your bread.
I'm spending my own money.
You backing you pushing everything.
Yep, taking my money that I made, doing dances and like that. And I ended up, I got to do an answer because back then everybody did an answer to every record.
Yes.
And so we did the answer, throw the P. I got my niece and a couple of her little friends.
Yeah.
And before you know, we went in and did that song. They didn't know nothing. They were like, "What the you trying to do? Just sing this, right? I gotta get my money for the other." And before you know, I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, I like this. Yeah, this is better than doing all this street I'm doing."
So when did obviously, because you brought Two Live Crew, they came from California to perform, and at that time you was a DJ. But when did you decide to collaborate, Uncle Luke and the Two Live Crew? Like when did all of that?
Yeah, I mean, right then, it was, like I say, they came down at the right time that this one group did not want to do a free show for
So
me.
all this kind of happened right at,
yeah, and then it was like,
you like, I do it.
Yeah, we'll do another song. You don't want to, y'all whoop me on that song, so we ended up doing Throw the D, and before you know it.
And how was the city responding to it? I know how we was responding when Throw That Dick came on. You in the living room and you and your cousins dancing.
Yeah.
But just talk about how the city responded to you.
Oh man, people loved it because the thing about our music is heavily bass driven. What most people don't know, we're a melting pot.
Yes.
We got Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, and the music, everything is up tempo.
Yeah.
Most people think we country, we South.
Yeah,
we're a long way
I tell
from
people that we don't ride horses around here.
No,
I hate that man.
Exactly.
That's where we don't ride horses around here. Like that's somewhere else. Like I don't know what part of the South you talking about, but that ain't here. We don't ride horses.
It is not here under no circumstance. So the music had to be what we're about. You know what I'm saying? The music had to be heavily bass driven because, when I DJ'd, I had 64 speakers.
Say it again.
64.
That's a real jam.
Yeah, that's
a real jam. That's how we used to jam back in the day. Killing the whole block. 15, everybody be outside.
That's right. Gotta have a wall.
Beat went on.
Yes,
that place.
Imagine the whole block, everybody outside, and all these speakers booming, DJing.
I can't
kids,
imagine. I told you.
Everybody. It's a vibe.
I told you I can't imagine because I wanted to be there. Look, we supposed to be there together, bro.
Yeah, you missed out.
I know.
I don't know. You ain't get the memo.
Straight up. Listen, all aside though, listen, I done seen everything but the wind down here, bro. Like I tell people all the time, and this is what I told you earlier. Club, that was just a gathering place for us. Before we done got to we done fellowship for 2 hours talking about the day.
Exactly.
And this just a regular thing for us. We ain't even seen the naked women yet. We ain't even noticed them. We just fellowshipping. Oh, after 2 hours, now it's some naked. Oh, here go the ass. Like,
exactly.
But it's just the culture, man. It's nothing.
And people don't realize that. That's what it's all about with us. We go to other places and be like, people be amazed at how we live down here, and that's what inspired me. Even with that album cover when I created that.
That's what I'm saying. You have a marketing bag like that's.
Yeah, it was like, man,
it's perfect for down here. It's perfect for that record too.
Yeah. People, I knew that again. Now I'm spending this money out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
Fellas, I'm talking to y'all one more time. Nobody likes to wait. None of us. I can't stand being in traffic. I can't stand waiting for my coffee. I hate waiting to get off work. So why would I make my woman wait? I don't even wait in line. I get out and leave. Can you imagine if my woman was waiting on me and she walked out the house and left? So don't make her wait. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Have that roast box in your pocket, have it in your glove compartment, have it in your wallet, wherever you need it. But boy, you need to stay hard. Fellas, take control of your sex life. Dominate your bedroom. She might never tell you, but she love it when you run the show. Roast Box is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon against that wet noodle. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under the tongue. And getting hard faster means there's no more waiting to perform, baby. Roast Box gives you the boost to last longer, and everyone gets more pleasure and climaxes more. Y'all definitely gonna have to hydrate at the end. Bro connects you with medical providers 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. If approved, treatment shipped directly to your door. No, it ain't coming in a bow, but you got that roll. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with your provider at ro.co/OGs to find out if prescription Ro Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/OGs for $15 off your first order.
Basketball fans, it's win or go home time. The NBA Conference Championships are here and the intensity is off the charts. Every possession matters, and there's still time to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's the deal. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll score $300 in bonus bets. That's right. Pick your side, place your bet, and get ready to cash in. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up using code OGs. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $300 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.